Hey guys, Justin here from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. As you can tell from the title of this video, we will be discussing our weekly watch list for the week, as well as doing a market breakdown. For those of you who have watched our previous videos, we like to see where the market is heading within the coming week. With that being said, the 5 plays this week, the first one will be Nvidia, second one being Moderna, third one being Clover Health, fourth one being Home Depot, and the last one being NVAX. Let's make this week great and hope you guys all have a great week. Enjoy. So to start things off, if you guys have watched our previous videos, we do like to break down the market before we do get into our plays, as typically you will see a lot of these plays following the market. When you do have an uptrending market, you can expect to see that in the following stocks unless there is relevant news coming out for that particular sector or that particular stock. With that being said, the main one that we do like to break down is going to be the S&P 500 index as well as the NASDAQ, but in this video we will discuss SPY, which is going to be an ETF. Essentially, that is going to be tracking the S&P 500. So, clear defined uptrend, making higher highs here, pushing to all-time highs here intraday on Friday, hitting that 417.91 region here. Essentially, we're getting this gap up off of this region here at 394, continually making these higher highs into consolidation here on 414, now pushing up to higher highs here. So what do we have to resort to at higher highs? You guys have to resort to intraday levels to get those support and resistance regions, as we are in uncharted territory here on the S&P 500 index. So going in, typically what you can do is go in on the 5-day, 5-minute and find these levels on intraday. What I mean by intraday is typically using the 5-day, 5-minute or whatever chart you like, but not using the daily and the weekly chart, as those will be uncharted territories that we have seen on SPY. So basically just doing a quick little analysis here, we have this resistance at this 417.27 region here, support below at 416.43, and then support below that at 415.99, essentially 416. We have been stuck in that range here. If we go on the 5-day, 5-minute, we get this gap up, which we got pre-market into consolidation here. I want to see continuation of higher highs here. Going out to the weekly chart, looking great, continuous higher highs here. It would not surprise me to, 1, see a consolidation week here, or 2, see a slight pullback here. We are getting overextended here on the S&P 500 index. That is something to consider. Now, RSI isn't something that I typically use, but we are getting into the overbought territory here on the S&P 500 index. So take that into consideration here. We could see a pullback back to this 410 region here after extending up to 417 here, almost pushing up to 420 essentially here on Friday. So keep that in mind, something to consider. We'll watch that 410 support region below if we do see a pullback here in the coming week. The first play is going to be Nvidia. What a strong week here. We're finishing this cup breakout here off the weekly chart in 2.8, essentially pushing up on February 8th, push here, and now we're finally gapping through with some volume here. We're getting a lot of lower volume here, around 30 million. We're finally seeing some volume here, 2 times the amount of volume on this weekly chart here on Nvidia. If we go and zoom out here, we're breaking this finally, the 600 region resistance here, pushing up, hitting all-time highs here at 648.57. Now, if we go into the daily chart here, you can see we're gapped up into this consolidation base here on Friday. Now we do have this support region below. I'll draw it for you. We get this gap support right here at this 628.24 region here. So on Monday, if we do see a pullback here on Nvidia, expect this 628.24 region to provide a support below. We will be watching to scalp this one over the all-time high here at 648.57. Biggest thing will be volume, like we did see back here on 412. We are getting these higher highs finally strengthened in Nvidia, volume continuation here. Now we're just waiting for a breakout over the 648.57 high here for a continuation to the upside, with that 628.24 support being a bounce level to watch here if we do pull back on open here for Nvidia. Second play, one that we've actually had a lot of success with recently, one that we have been trading quite a bit, it's going to be Moderna. You get these volatile uptrend moves here. You get these very rapid movements here with volume on Nvidia, or on mRNA, excuse me. Again, you can see gap up here with volume, gap up, then we get a base of consolidation with no volume, then volume's flowing back in. Now we're starting to see this back here on mRNA. We're finally moving up off of these 126 lows here. Now we're pushing up. What I'm watching for here, Basically, we're forming a big cup all the way back from November last year into this big sideways base here. Now what do we need? We need a breakout over this 178.17 region here for a continued upside move here and confirmation of a breakout from that strong resistance region sellers here on 12.1. If we do break that, I do think we can easily see that 190 price point region here and all-time highs on Moderna. Main reason why these are going to be getting a lot of volume is going to be from the fallout of that Johnson & Johnson vaccine and that pausing of that. We're seeing continued buyers coming in here from that weakness that we have seen in others, whether it be AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson, two of them that have caused the volume to flow into Moderna here. If we do zoom out on the weekly chart here, very, very strong week here. Again, the key will be over this 178.17 region here. We do have an earnings report here on 5/6, so 2 weeks out, but we'll complete this cup breakout here. Again, you can see this cup, another cup here, basically a W formation. Key will be over 178.17 here for us to personally watch this play intraday. If we do zoom in on the daily chart, we can get a support here down below at that 167.73 region here. But again, key will be over that 178.17 region where we can likely see that 190 price point target here and will be something we will be taking intraday here if we do get that breakout set up. Third one is going to be Clove. Interesting day. We get essentially this gap and fade here on 4.7, actually on 4.8, and then now we're getting this gap here on 4.19, basic or 4.16. Sorry, this will be from Friday. I want to see a breakout over $10. That is going to be the biggest thing here. You can see we're pushing up after hours here on Clover Health. The biggest thing is going to be a break of 10 if you do draw this resistance here. You can see we touched this level here on Friday, rejected it to the T. Sellers coming in strong here, over 200 million shares traded here on Clover Health, taking this down to a hurry right to that 870 base here, holding that. But again, key tomorrow will be over $10 or even on the weekly chart here with a pushback up to that 1169 region here. But liking the volume coming in here, I do not like seeing the sellers coming in here at this $10 price region. But the ideal setup on this will be a breakout over $10 with a retest of that 1169 region here. Biggest thing will be not rushing into this and waiting for that $10 price break. As you can see, we did get a gap and fade here on 4.8. Now we need a confirmation of higher highs and trend move to the upside to break this downtrend that we started forming here back on 1.4, basically 3 months of downtrending here. Now breakout over 10 will break this downtrend here off of this consolidation and continuous uptrend move back to the upside here towards 1169. So again, Clover looking good, waiting for that $10 breakout here after that extremely strong Friday move here with a lot of volume. The fourth one that has constantly been on our watch list since sub 300. It's been on the watch list for the past 3 weeks. I hope you guys were able to take advantage of it. Home Depot, such a strong uptrend move here, not really caring what the market does. We're getting this higher high here into a mini cup breakout here over this price region at that 320. Now we're pushing to higher highs here. Slow and steady, constant uptrend move here, not slowing down anytime soon here on Home Depot. If we do get a pullback here, which you can see when it does get this overextended, expect this region here at 320 to provide us a support below. I will draw this level here, that 320 region, providing us that support if we do pull back here. I do want to see this over 328.67 here intraday with that potential to run up to 340 here or at least 330 intraday here on Monday. The key will be breaking out over that region here for a continued upside move here on Home Depot. Again, loving this trend move here, constant higher highs here, getting some volume, not extremely strong volume, but a lot of buyers coming in and pushing this to the upside here. While the Dow Jones was not that strong here on Friday, the Home Depot was very strong here. Again, 330 is the target with 340 above that, waiting for higher highs over 328.67 for a continued upside here on Home Depot. Now, the last play, similar setup to Moderna. Again, this is going to be a vaccine play as we do get a fallout from Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca, hence why NVAX and mRNA are going to be seeing that volume. Now, the biggest thing here I want to see is a breakout over this price point region here at 242.93. That will be the key here. Again, you can see that rejection point here on 319 before a sell-off, and then also right over here on 226 before we did push down to that support region at 151. Now, if we do break that, that 238.97 region, I do think we can see 250 and then potentially back up here to 291.20. Biggest thing is the sideways formation here. We'll need this level to break out here for that run back up to 291.20. Volume, we'll confirm this again. We got a lot of volume back here on 129. Do need that volume to come through here on Novavax, but this one and mRNA getting a lot of volume here from that vaccine fallout. I do think we can see 250 here on that NVAX play if we do break out over that 238.97 region here for that push to the upside, and then above that we can watch that next region at 291.20 here, and then that 331.68 resistance above. That being said, that wraps up our watch list for this week. If you are interested in getting our private course, our alerts, and more, feel free to check out simplified-investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. As always, if you did enjoy this video, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Wishing you guys all a great week and a green week. Have a good weekend. Enjoy.